how did we get here? It started in Las Vegas. This is around the time that the F05 was announced, so they were starting to hit dealerships over there in the West Coast. There was none over here in the East Coast, so you know, over here you were not gonna see any in a dealership or whatever. So when we were in Vegas over there for SEMA, I found a dealership that had, actually no, it was when we got to Cali. So after SEMA, when we were in Cali, there was this link that someone had posted online, and you can see all the inventory of FL5s, what dealers getting it, what dealer has it in the showroom. So I found a dealership that had a Sonic Gray Type R in the showroom. So we went, literally, it was probably like 9 at night. The dealership was closed, but we saw that it was there. We were like, tomorrow, we're gonna come and see this car. I was curious what they were asking, how it looked in person, you know, actually see the car. So the next day we went to that dealership. The car looked so good. I was like, damn, I really want this Type R. Lo and behold, they're asking $20,000 over sticker. Glad I was able to see the car, but for $20,000 over, definitely not getting that car. Then I found another dealership that had a Boost Blue one over there in Cali as well. So we went and saw that one. And prior to this, I wasn't really a fan of Boost Blue, but the Boost Blue in person looks so good. The pearl that it has is so subtle. It looks good. It looks amazing. But same thing, same story. They were asking $15,000 over, and they non-negotiable. There was nothing you could do. So I was like, I guess the Type R is gonna stay as a dream. I'm not gonna be able to get this car, which whatever, you know, I was fine with. It's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. You don't force anything that you know, that's not meant to happen. And then that night we went to a meet in Art of Attack over there in California, and there was a white one, and damn, that looked good too. But I was like, yeah, F05 looks amazing, but no time soon I'm gonna be able to get one. I'll probably get one like 2 years, 3 years down the line when prices start to drop, you know, closer to MSRP or MSRP. And then on our way back from California, I searched all the dealerships in Florida, and I literally screenshotted them all, and I called, probably not even exaggerating, like 30 or 40 dealerships, and I would mark how much they were asking over sticker, or they didn't know the price yet because they didn't have it. And there was none in Florida at the time because they had just started getting released. So I literally had like 50 screenshots, and I had every screenshot of how much they were asking over, and there was no dealership that was under I think it was $12,000 over MSRP, and that's without even having the car at the showroom. Guess I'm not gonna be getting a Type R, so you know, I let that dream go. This is probably around January or so, January, early February, closer to January, because then I started like, I'm just gonna get another build. I'll get another car and do like a cool build, something cheaper, you know, whatever. And then this F05 popped up in New York that I was able to get for $5,000 over MSRP. That's where I picked this car up. I got it in New York. That's how we ended up here. So I knew the first thing I wanted to do to the car was to bag it. So I went with Fly Air for the struts and then Airlift for the management. Now that that was done, the next step was to get the wheels set up. So we have the Type R up on the lift, because today I'm gonna try to fit the wheels on the Type R. Let's see what we have to do to fit a 9.5, 7 offset on an FL5. There, it's gonna push the fender.
So we are swapping out this big bellow bag with one of our slim ones, because when we did all the camber, it was laying on the chassis and we still needed way more camber. So now we're just gonna spin off this bag, and thankfully we have bags in stock, so slim it away. That's what makes us different than other brands, because for situations like this, a customer, if he knew already what he was going with as far as stands, could order through us with already a slim bag and won't have any issues with clearance.
So what we're doing, we're changing the bags from this style bag to a slimmer bag so that there's clearance in the tunnel, because with this style bag, once it was maxed out on the camber, with this camber plate that goes more camber, it gets to the bag. With this bag, you're gonna have a lot more clearance so that we can tilt the shock a little bit more.
With this tilted this way, it does sit nice, but not good enough for him. He wants to tuck the whole rim. What we're gonna do is basically outline where we're gonna cut, because this is already hitting and we still have a lot more here to go. It might not seem like a lot, but this is enough to tuck the wheel the way he wants. So we're just gonna cut this and test fit the wheel and see how it works. If it doesn't, then we need to cut a little further and so forth. But these top pads, I think, go all the way up to like here. So, ready to fly.
So got that shaved down so that it clears good. Now with the nut, it's not the cleanest, but just put some touch-up paint on there to prevent the rust, and then that should be good. You can see this all the way in. And now with the slim bag, it should clear all good, clearance wise, when it's aired out and all that stuff. So for the rear camber setup, we went with True Heart upper camber arms. The plan is to fit the wheels, removing some of the rings, and that should give us enough camber to fit the wheels in the rear. So this is the stock one. You can see we removed 2 of the locking rings here to make it shorter, and then it has also the thing for the sensors that we just have to install that holds the sensor that the car has. So get to that, and then should be getting to fitting the rear wheels. And I forgot to show that we did end up putting back the 2 locking rings because without them, the wheel was way too sunk. So this is the fitment with all the locking rings back on. Perfect, 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 perfect. So your guess is, you said
6 in the front and then like 5.5-ish here.
I'm going with 6.5 in the front and like 6 in the rear. Who's right?
Oh,
wow, none of us. 5 and
5 and 5. Or 5 and like 4.5.
yeah, it's probably gonna go down. I feel like. Which is the side that was really bad? It's probably gonna be like 5 and 4.5 then. Damn, I need more camber.
The other camber was like 5 points. It would have been even. And you would have left it with no bolts.
Yeah. But then it would have been sunk. See? Damn, that looks good. Perfect, perfect, perfect.